Hello, my name is Keith Haswell. I'm a professional astrologer with over 30 years experience in the business and 30,000 clients worldwide. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to this brief video on counting our blessings. You know, there's so many times in life that we turn around and say that we feel sorry for ourselves, that things aren't working out exactly the way that we wanted them to, and we worry about this and we worry about that, and there's just so many times that we really get down in the dumps, and it's just time to reflect upon the blessings that we all have in life. Be very grateful for the fact that you are watching this video. And sure, you might have commenced and started some projects that didn't work out the way that you wanted them to initially, but that doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way in the future. And there's a lot of people who have no capacity to be able to initiate and commence projects and ideas and to give them structure and form and to bring them down into manifestation as conditions and events in their life. So be grateful for your blessings, that you have all of your faculties, that you can commence and start projects, that you can increase your brain capacity and your mental capacity, and that you have the ability to go into meditation, and that you have the ability to be able to think clearly and so forth. These are all blessings upon us all. You worry about your finances, you worry about meeting your security needs in life, and even if you do have struggle financially, be very grateful for the things that you do have. You've got all the beauties of nature, and you can walk around among the beauties of nature. You can smell a rose, you can smell a gardenia, you can look at the trees and you can admire them, you can watch the sunset. You might have troubles financially, but you have a lot better situation, no doubt, than those who are in the third world, living in the shanty towns with no hope whatsoever of ever getting themselves out of poverty, with maybe an income of $2 per week or $2 a day or something like that. The fact that you are in the Western world and in the society that we all live in, you have the capacity to improve yourself financially through the powers of the mind, through controlling your emotions, through transforming the thinking patterns revolving around your finances and things like that, from thoughts of life as a financial struggle for me to thoughts of gratitude for the little that you do have, whatever that is. Be grateful for the fact that you can communicate with people and that you have the ability to speak and to get your point across and to have impact through your speech. And think about changing that speech from one perhaps of aggression and domination and manipulation and control to expressions of joy and wonder and love and affection. And to realise that you have a mind and you can study and research and investigate things, and you can look into the philosophies of life and you can expand your understanding about things. You have a good education, which is a wonderful gift that you have. So these are some of the blessings in life. And when you walk around your neighbourhood and communicate with relatives and so forth, look upon each of them as a soul, an eternal soul, who are on a journey in life, a journey of becoming more of who they really are. Sure, they might be making mistakes. Sure, they might be creating problems for you. Sure, they might be envious of your situation. Sure, they might be jealous. Sure, they might be aggressive and so forth. But all of that will change when you change the interior of the way that you communicate with people. Count your blessings for the fact that you are able to fulfill your belonging needs, to belong to a home, a family, a domestic side of life. And even if you live alone, be grateful of the fact that you have a home that you can come home to, that you can call home, and where you can feel secure and be protected from the environment. And think about the people who live in poverty and out there in shanty towns with cockroaches and rats crawling all over them. You need to count your blessings in life, as all of us do. We need to count our blessings and to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. As far as fulfilling your needs to express your love and to have fun in life through the social side of your life and romantic involvements and through children and so forth, sure, things might not have gone well for you in the past, but you can change that. You have the capacity to change that. You can do some thinking and reflection upon how are you loving? Are you trying to dominate, manipulate and control? Are you looking upon that person as an individual soul? Are you allowing them to become the grandest expression of themselves in their idealistic attitude and opinion of who they are? Or are you trying to make them the grandest idea of what you want them to be? Are you trying to have a relationship with somebody who can then make you whole and make you lovable? Or are you out there to express your love and share your love and to have someone that you can share your wholeness with? You might have problems with regard to your children. Think of living in terms of your relationship with your children in terms of love and gratitude for the blessings that they are in life. Sure, they may not have an ideal relationship with you, but let them explore the world. Let them explore life. Let them make the mistakes. Understand that they are young souls at this particular point in their incarnation, and they will learn from their mistakes. Sure, you might be lonely, you may not have much of a social life, you might feel deprived in that regard, but just think how you can go out into the public, you can go to a shopping centre and you can walk around the mall and you can look at the faces of the people there and look upon them all as souls, eternal souls, who are in life the same as you, struggling to find their way in this complexity of life. And being able to offer a smile to somebody and a little comment or a courtesy to somebody. You may have problems in the job with people that you work with. You might have a job that you're not too happy in. But happiness is a state of mind. And it's a question of you having an attitude towards that job that makes it a blessing in life to be able to get up and go out and be of service to the community through that work, through that employment, to do your best and to give your best, knowing that there can be better opportunities will become available to you through your change in attitude. Sure, you might have problems with people that you work with, but look upon all of them as young souls in the world who are out to become more of who they really are, who are struggling to understand the complexities of life. Grant them that individuality and realise that sometimes it's your attitude that perhaps creates that friction and difficulty with the people that you work with. Look upon your job with gratitude and realise that meaningful work is an important part of keeping yourself healthy. Sure, you might have problems with your health, but look at your exercise level and your exercise regime. Look at the diet that you're indulging in and just see whether or not there's some changes called for there. And to realise that you can be back into good health through the right attitude, the right diet, the right amount of exercise, the right sleep, and the right thinking and feeling, the right attitudes, beliefs, thoughts and feelings, and they will make proper decisions and choices for you in life. And if you have a little bit of problem with your health, think of those who have much worse conditions in their health and who would be happy to change places with you. The old story, I cried about my feet hurting until I saw a man with no feet. So count your blessings and realise that a change in attitude, a change in diet, a change in exercise routine can change the whole way that your health works in your life and your immune system works in your life. If you have a spouse or a partner or someone who is a close intimate with you, let them know that you care, and let them know that you want to know them and to be known in return, to fulfill your needs to be known. Look upon that person as a soul. Look upon that person as somebody who's in life the same as you, struggling to make ends meet, struggling to perhaps keep their head above water, emotionally speaking and mentally speaking. And determine in your own mind, are you seeking to dominate and manipulate and control that person, or are you granting them the freedom to express themselves the way that they want to? Not that you have to be dominated and controlled, you don't want to put up with that. After all, if you are being abused in a relationship and you tell the abuser that you will no longer put up with that abuse, what have they learned? What have they been allowed to learn? Because even an abuser is abused when their abuse is allowed to continue. Be thankful for the fact that you have an intelligent mind, that you have the capacity of introspection and reflection. Think about what it means to be able to go into yourself and to reflect and think upon yourself and to make changes and adjustments inside of yourself on emotional levels. Let go of all your addictive patterns of behaviour that you've become enamoured with. Count your blessings in the regard to be able to study and research and investigate things to become more of who you really are, to be able to get stuck into the books of the world and to take advantage of adult education, to learn about the philosophies of life. There's so much there that's available free of charge on the internet. Be thankful for the fact that you can attain wisdom, that you have experience in life, and that you also have the capacity to take in knowledge. And through a combination of knowledge and experience comes wisdom, a synergy, a whole that is greater than the sum of the parts. Think about the children in Syria and the children in Afghanistan and the children in many other third world nations who are deprived of an education and can't read. Think of your blessings, the fact that you've had an education, that you live in the Western world, that you do have time to be able to study, research and investigate the truths of life. Spend less time in front of the idiot box watching people earning a good living acting in movies and so forth, and get stuck into a certain ritual and a routine of study on a day-by-day basis and meditation upon the wonders and the beauty of life. Don't feel sorry for yourself that you haven't been able to achieve all of your high ambitions in life with regard to your career or your business. Think of what you can do the next time with the right attitude and the change in your addictive patterns of behaviour and a change in your understanding about the nature of reality and your place in that reality, and realise that you have the power inside of yourself to climb to the heights of success in your chosen field. Stop lamenting the fact that you don't get out very much with friends and go to group activities and experience group consciousness in that way, and be grateful for the friendships that you do have and nurture them and look after them. Show them kindness and forgiveness and sympathy and tolerance and patience and understanding about their problems in life. Be a listening ear to their problems and a loving force in their life, and to see them all as individuals on a path eternally becoming more of who they really are, eternal souls on this wonderful journey called life. And take full advantage of the solitude instead of going into self-pity and self-abnegation and self-punishment and fear and anxiety and doubt and insecurity. Go into the solitude inside of yourself and take full advantage of the wonder and the mystery of solitude, to be able to introspect and reflect upon the day's activities or the week's activities, and how you can bring about changes within yourself and how you can aspire towards the divine, and to realise that you are a spark of the divine with eternal life. that God and Goddess love you and they know your name. They want you to become more of who you really are. They are waiting there to be your partner in life. They are accessible. You have other inner friends who can help you to become more of who you really are. You have your future self. You have your higher self. The future self contains all of your futures. It's part of your soul. It's eternal. And the higher self is a piece of God and Goddess, ever becoming more of God and Goddess. As you become more of it, it becomes more of God and Goddess. What a wonderful journey all of us are on for eternity. God and Goddess have given us eternal life. We can never ever die. Think of the wonder and the beauty of that. Become more convinced about the fact of that reality in your life. I'm happy to help you become more of who you really are on this journey of life, on this journey of wonder, to be able to count your blessings by watching my videos and understanding more about the wonder and the beauty of you, to realize that you have a lot of power, strength and talent inside of yourself. You have a lot of goodness, truth and beauty that's trying to get out. It's time now to count your blessings. It's time now to realize that you have a spark of the divine inside of yourself that gives you all of the properties, all of the qualities and all of the powers of God and Goddess. Your task is to recognize that fact and unfold those powers, and that takes an eternal journey. So get stuck into my intensives if you're of the mind to do so. I've got all these videos that are available for you. I'm happy to do your horoscope for you free of charge, and to help you become more of who you really are, to help you to understand yourself, and through horoscope number 2 to be able to understand the tests that you've set up for yourself in this incarnation. You are a map maker. You are a spiritual leader. By the very fact that you are watching this video, you have the capacity to be able to become more of the giant that you truly are. So I wish you well in this journey, and I look forward to accompanying it with you as far as you want to go. Thank you.